So good morning, good morning. It's actually sunny again and cold, the 29th of April. Where is the time going? My goodness. So I know. So this week we're focusing on, I did say all things wobbly, but I would like to concentrate more on the yoga block just because it makes it easier for me and it's all about me after all. But we can intersperse if you've got a hedgehog and you think flipping heck, I paid for this thing, I want to use it. Intersperse with your hedgehog. And there will be an opportunity to use your wobble disc as well. I feel like I've realised I'm talking about 10 to the dozen. So we're going to have a bit of a wobbly session today. As always, if you've got any illness, injuries, joint problems, point to it, or I will put you on mute now, but you can always unmute yourselves, or you can press the space bar down. Is that a yes, Lynn? Should we go and have a cup of coffee now? That's all a bit too much, wasn't it? Yeah, I like the thumbs up. So we can come off our device. I'm just going to say device because it makes it easier. Let's think about how we're standing tall, lengthening through the spine. Lift the crown of the head towards the ceiling, the shoulders up, back and down. Chin nodded, ears in line with the shoulders. And we're keeping the neck in line as well. Coming down the body, make the triangle with your hand. Heel of your hands on your hips. Bend the knees, tilt the pelvis forward and back. And then come back to the point where the pelvis is in that vertical plane. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, draw your navel away from your hand, putting up on the pelvic floor. Brace the upper abdominals. 100%. Release halfway. Release halfway. And then let it all go. And then just hold everything in, just that little bit, because we should be able to switch on instantaneous. Good. Let's sway forward and back. We're going to do lots of wobbling today. You know, if you have your hand on your navel, hand on your lower back, you can feel the muscles working underneath your hand, and then come back towards the middle, and then sway from side to side. Again, come back somewhere in the middle. So you've got your perfect posture to maintain for the rest of your lives. Say yes, just nod. Yes, so let's breathing in, hands up to shoulder height, and back down. I've had a few light bulb moments this week. So this one is, I keep forgetting sometimes that people can't lift their hands above their shoulders because they're sore. So this is for you. Otherwise, we can just breathing in. One of my light bulb moments, I'll share it with you now. Palms up. It's interesting when we lift up the arms. My tendency is to arch because it feels gorgeous, doesn't it? As a gymnast, as a child. Maintain that neutral spine as you lift your arms. Other side, and the same could happen there. I bet you were already doing that, weren't you? You never arch your back, do you, when you do that? Take a breath in, maintaining that neutral spine and back. But it does feel gorgeous. But if you want to do that from time to time, it's not going to hurt. There's going to be no Pilates police come to tell you off. But it's just that realization. Same one for here, actually. That could be easily go da-da. But keep that neutral spine. It's my mantra at the moment for myself. I keep catching myself. I know Pilates instructors should know better. Crossover, keep finding myself in that arch, but that can lead to sore lower backs, which is why I'm banging on about that at the moment. Take a breath in. Again, that could be one where you go da-da. And you get more of a stretch. It doesn't feel quite as exciting somehow. Draw the elbows down into the waist, so drawing down on your lats at the back. It's called a lat pull down. I've just realised why. Sad, isn't it? Hands by your side. So we can then from here, actually, it was really lovely to do your rotation from here because you've got that beautiful, beautiful posture that you've maintained since the last time you came to the class. Yeah, lots of nodding going on today. You can have your hands on your shoulders. I always have my stick handy because I just love doing this one with the stick. I know, it's weird, but you know me by now. I just had egg and bacon. I had a client who's changed to Fridays this week, so I had an hour before this class. So I just had to make bacon, listen to advice about LinkedIn. Woo! My life is so rock and roll. That rotation through the spine. Here. Good. We can then do our side bends. tracing the seam of our leggings, trousers. A couple more weeks, we'll be back in the halls. Woohoo! I'm not sensing any enthusiasm. Take a breath in. I will keep Zoom going for a couple of weeks just to see if there's still people want feel like they need to. I can't tell you what hassle it is taking it to village hall, but if it keeps some people coming, I'm hoping people aren't going to be so nervous about coming to classes now, having been vaccinated. The weather's better, the window, the door, the rooms will be, the halls will be fully ventilated. Should we just do one more? If your back is painful or sore, if your shoulders are sore, keep your hands by your side. So bending the back sideways. Some people said they quite enjoyed listening to me talking away to the screen. They don't like the classes, but they just like listening to me. Relax. So if you've got a sore back, you can do your pelvic tilt from here, supported. Feel that goes with the back. Otherwise, go straight into roll down, partial roll down, if you prefer. Or you can walk your hands up and down your legs. Rising up, open up through the chest, rise onto your toes, up onto your toes here. Again, that could be an opportunity for arching the back. Try not to. It's not the end of the world, to be honest, if you do, but we're just thinking about the neutral spine. Sometimes the back needs to be strong. In this case, we're keeping it supple. It needs to be supple as well as strong. It's the muscles that keep it strong, keep it into place. So if we just do one more, tucking the chin. How lovely is that? Rise up through the spine, rise up towards the ceiling. Close your eyes, hold your balance. Good, circle the shoulders and relax. Good, so now let's think about balance. Let's do some work on balance. In some respects, you don't really need to do this on the yoga block if you don't want to. But it does make it a little hedgehog there for people who've got the hedgehogs. This is a hedgehog opportunity. The wobble disc too, they sink in too much. So first of all, we're going to stand on one leg. So see if we can hold our balance for 10 seconds. This is my current challenge to you. I'd like you to tell me how long you can balance on one leg. Today we're just going to do 10, but after the class, time yourself. How long can you hold your balance? Close your eyes. Ready? We'll see if we do the 10 seconds. So it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope you've got your eyes closed so you don't see me wobbling about all over the place. Other side of the leg. And we are different one side to the other. Really interesting. Because it's a sign of, if you can keep your balance, you'll stay stronger for longer. Close your eyes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope you can't see me cheating there. Go back to the other leg. So from here, we're going to keep the pelvis. We've talked about the pelvis and neutral spine. Keeping that distance between the ribs and the hips. We're going to touch the floor, the heel down to the floor, but keeping that rib-hip connection. So for people with sore backs, this is great because it keeps that pelvis in neutral and it keeps that rib-hip connection the same, and that shouldn't go into the back at all. People say cardiac joint problems, it might do just because the single leg aspect of the work of the class. So we hardly touch the floor. Now we can keep both legs straight. Deb, see how you feel with this one. You may hate this one, so stick to the other one if you want to. So now my foot's going down towards the floor, and I'm going to hitch the hip. People with the thicker yoga blocks, you don't have to go way down to the floor. That might be just a bit too much. So this just explains how people with scoliosis might have been caused by that leg length discrepancy. Look at the difference in my hip height there, when my foot's down to the floor. You can have the foot down to the floor, we can have the hips level and then lift. That's your, guess what it's called? Hip hitch. How original is that? I love Hazel because she laughs at all my jokes. I've paid her. So this is one by keeping the pelvis level, that rib hip connection. So this is a knee exercise really, but I shouldn't see any kind of movement through the body. Only that knee is bending so that heel touches the floor. That distance stays the same between the ribs and the hips. Well done, is Liz scurrying around, getting herself organised, but she's here. Yes, nice to see you, as always. We can now keep both legs straight, and now he's going to go through the, so it just goes to show how the difference in that 2 inches makes a difference. So we're hitching the hip, this QL, the deep muscles around the spine. So you don't have to do that. It could be that you just lift. It might be you don't want to touch down. Well done. And rest it there. That's a nice hitch there, Claire. She's doing a real sexy Zumba style. Let's go back to the other leg. So now we've got, we're going to tap the corners. So keeping that rib hip connection, this is a more of a knee rehab type exercise. We're going to tap forward to the side, 5 aside. For some reason 5 is the magic number for today, and diagonal behind. So see what angles suit you. So people with sore backs, this should be fine. And behind. So it's forward, side. It's a little bit of a ballet type thing. But when you think about how strong the muscles are of ballet dancers, male and female. Good. Let's change to the side. Good. We're just tapping down. Lovely. And repeat. Well done. Good. So this is like a warm up for the legs, just to see how they feel both sides. We're going to work you more intensively now. And I'm really happy for you to hold on to something now, because it's the strength that I want. If you're wobbling about too much, you probably won't be able to get the strength benefit of the exercise. I'm really happy for you to hold on to something. Don't see it as a sign of weakness. It's the strength that we want. When do we want it? Now. So hold on to see how low you can go. See what your knees think. We're doing 10s now. So ready? So it's 10, 9, 8, 7. How low can you go? Sit. Simply go all the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2. To the side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Push the knee back if it's sore. 3, 2. Take it behind. So make sure you doesn't come into your back all the time. Do you know we're talking about not letting that back arch? This one particularly, brace, brace. When you've done that 10, diagonal behind into your curtsy squat. So it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you should be feeling that in that supporting leg and the glutes. Yeah, might be a bit of quads. Change to the side. If I laugh with love in a sympathetic manner. Keeping that rib hip connection the same, that is the important thing. Brace, brace. Ready? 10. How low can you go? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. To the side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Take that leg behind you. Where is the leg? Yeah, behind you. I sit still makes me laugh every time. And down behind. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake out the legs. Yes. That was more of that's a knee rehab, that one. It's getting the knees used to coming forward. Obviously, some of your knees may not like it. It's not the end of the world. We used to preach, thou shalt not have thy knees over thy toes. But then common sense has prevailed. But if it makes your knees sore, obviously, you don't have to. This next one, single leg, but it's all about hip strengthening. Round the hips, front, back, sides. So back onto the other leg. This one, I'm not worried about the height of the leg. It's the leg being straight. What is the leg? Straight. So it might be that you're just here. I'd rather see the leg straight, working the quads here and the glutes on the supporting leg. Ready? So it's 10, 9, 8, 7. Look at your leg. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. To the side. Any exercises that sore, keeping that leg high and pulsing it. If you had your ankle weights on, my joy would be complete, because that really suits the ankle weights, this one, or the loops. Now, Deb, see how you feel with your back? Stomach tight, tight, tight. Just lift a little bit if that's all right. But it should be buttocks and quads. Don't let it go too high. Don't let it arch your back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest it there. Let's do the other side. See how high we can go with that leg, but keep it straight. Ready? 10, 9. Surprisingly hard, I think. 8, 7, 6. That's fast movement there, Helen. 5, 4, 3, 2. Leg to the side. 10. Keep it high. 9, 8. Hold on to them if you want to. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lean forward if you need to. Don't let it come into your back. Stomach tight, tight, tight. Ready? 10. Glutes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it there. Which leg was working harder? It's always the supportive leg. Yes. Glutes. Great. Shake out the legs. That's your glute stretch if you need it. How low can you go? We can be working on the quads later, so I'll leave the legs unless you want a quad stretch. You can. Just do a quick release. So let's go to arms. I'm going to give your legs a rest because that's kind of the instructor that I am. Let's go to arms, upper body, and then go back to legs in a minute. I've got a bit of a variation. I'm trying to think of something for Hazel. But do you remember the Malteser run? I owe you guys so much chocolate. So we know we have the Maltesers run, Valentine's, Easter little mini eggs, chocolate for Christmas. It'll be a chocolate frenzy when we come back. So with this one, the Malteser run, Hazel, you can do it on the chair thinking about it. So on your hands and knees, I've got a variation for people that are stronger. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And you're going to roll your Malteser along the floor. Do you remember that one? Now, some of you that are stronger want more of a challenge. You can do the yoga version. You can do push-up, it's called, or different variations. Bit of sun salutation, really. So your nose comes down to the floor, your chest and your hips. Your back may not like that arch bit. Quite strong. Or, yeah, try that. Otherwise, do it on knees. Do the Malteser run. Keep the elbows close. That's it. Yeah. See how far forward you can roll your Malteser as well. Somebody said they'd rather use a chocolate orange because they're bigger. So roll that Malteser or your chocolate orange or your nice Hazel. Can you get your nose close to the chair? And you're going to headbutt the chair then, though, aren't you? It's just such a joy to see you, really. When you've done that, should we just do 10 ordinary press-ups? So either the deep as you can, either standing press-ups. My current favourite at the moment is the incline press-ups. So you can get your chest to the chair. Or on the floor, the full push-ups. If you're on your knees, try and get your chest to the floor there. We didn't do any press-ups last week, so this is to make up for it. Just in case you thought you'd missed out. Deb, try it on a chair or sofa. Yeah. We're trying to get that full depth. So by Christmas, full depth press-ups. Julie, bring your shoulders forward a bit more. Bring your whole body forward. Yes. You might not be able to go so low, but it'd be better for your shoulders. Yes. Your body's going, oh, I don't like this very much. It's better for your shoulders. Yeah, so when you've finished, you can stretch. Again, that might be an opportunity where the back could arch because it feels lovely. So again, so I can brace. So keep that neutral spine and then stretch. I'm catching myself out all the time, if that's any consolation to you. What I hope is there for thinking she's not practicing what she preaches. You've done your push. Now we need to do our pull. So you can do this seated if you wish. Those of you that want more of a core workout, you can do your bent over row here. If your back is painful or you just fancy it more, you can do your seated row there. Yeah, I've got my my tube, my band. This is just handy for me. You can use your blue TheraBand, Priscilla. Woo! Every Thursday it's like, I'll bring your band over. I'll bring your band over. Finally did it last night and got a glass of wine in return, so that was worth the effort. Well, Priscilla's always worth the effort, to be honest, of course. "20 rows. You might want to double up the TheraBand if they're not strong enough. Look at you, Claire. Nice. Oh, I love you too, Priscilla. Even if you don't give me wine, I still love you. She gives me tea and toast as well sometimes. So with the strap then, Julie, keep the tension on the strap. Keep that pulled, keep it pulled, keep it pulled, keep it pulled. So keep that tension on, keep it tension on. Yes, I love that. You've got the strap there. Fantastic. I want to do a whole Pilates class just using. So we're doing a row, Alan. We're doing a row. Are you finished, have you? When you finish your 20, or Alan's done like 50, bend over a bit more then, Alan. So you're more against gravity and hold the band itself. And that's too easy now, mister. You're too strong, that's your trouble. And we can add some rotation to that now. 10 on the right. If your back doesn't like it, just stay with a double. But with a twist, we can twist here. Those of you that are bent over, have one leg on the band and row there. Yeah. I think you could use two, Helen. She's got pineapples in her hand. Oh, peaches. Peaches and jam. I hope they weigh the same. Woo! I like that weights as well as the bands. Don't miss out on your workout, Helen. I think Helen's right until... Oh, she's not at home. She's not at home, but she's still doing the workout. Woo! That's... When you finish when you finish that set, you can stretch your upper back, hug. See here, I did miss you on Monday. Well done, guys. When you finished, stretch the upper back. So your legs should be fully recovered. So we're going back to legs now. The next one I'm going to do, you could upturn your hedgehog, Priscilla, and go on the textured side, but it's purely to lift your heels. Otherwise, your yoga block might be too big for this. I'm going to have my heels raised on the yoga block. This one has got a tendency to push your knees forward. If you hate that, come off it again. But the nice thing about lifting your heels, for me, I've got tight calves, so I can't do deep squat normally, but I can on here. So see how low you can come and back up again. So we're doing 10 and then 10 all the way down, halfway ups. It's only dawned on me for the recording I should be doing it all the way through really, but keeping that neutral spine. So all the way down, all the way up. So push, that's it, good. So you could use a book if you wanted to, Deb. I think somebody's about using encyclopedias and gardening books yesterday. When you've done your Can you go all the way down, halfway up? All the way down, halfway up. All the way down, halfway up. Clench the buttocks, maintain neutral spine. So you should feel a bit more of a burn in the quads there. Yes, Priscilla. That's exactly where we want it. I'm going to do some more work on the quads, so we'll stretch them out in a minute. I'm not sure if that's a threat or a promise. The next one I love. This is Linjoiner Love. Can't think how you cannot like this one. Have the ball of your feet up on the book. Because if you've got issues with your knees, this is a joy for you. So Deborah, it's worth grabbing a book or something just to lift your heels because it just feels so gorgeous. So this pushes the bottom back and come up to standing there. See how you feel with your back. It works more of the back line of the body, which is why I like it. You should feel that delicious hamstring stretch as well. Good, good. So bear this in mind. Let's do another 10. You are hinging from the hip. We are working this big glute muscle, your glute max at the back. If you find it's coming into your back, just tuck under, brace a little bit more. You should hardly be able to bend your knees at all because if you find your knees are bending, bring your feet further up your book or your yoga block or hedgehog. Yeah. Is that not gorgeous? Just go like that if it's gorgeous. Oh, Helen's not sure. She's not sure. So let's go to lunges now. We looked at this last week. Yeah, Debs, by all means, on your hands and knees, do cat stretch if you need to in between. So now we're going to have one foot on the yoga block. One leg in front of the yoga block, one leg behind. We looked at this last week. It's my other mantra, my other obsession at the moment is deep press ups, but also for people to be able to get up off the floor. So if you were having trouble, you could put your cushions there and you could make that higher and back up again. But ideally, with the knees behind the hips, keep that really tucked under, clench that buttock there. So knee down to the floor and back up again. Ideally, we should be able to get to the floor. I quite like using the yoga blocks. It helps to accentuate what it is we're aiming for. If that knee's shooting forward, bring the foot forward so it's not shooting forward. Yeah, we should all be strong enough to get up off the floor and back again. When you've done your 10, can you stay low and do your 10 here? Have the body a bit more upright, Alan. Body a bit more, because you want that stretch there even more. Or have that knee further behind. Yes, yes. I don't want it to go into your back, but I would like that stretch here. That was a light bulb moment for a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, we want the strength. We want the stretch here. Should we change to the side? Tuck that tailbone under. So the knees, as you might be different both sides. That's your starting point really. Up to you what you have on your on that level. Whether it's 10, all the way down, all the way up, and then we're doing 10 all the way down and halfway up. We're doing your 10, staying low, all the way down, halfway up. Yeah. Clenching that buttock, get that. So Alan, a bit more upright again, please. He's getting nagged today, isn't he? No change there then. It's that hip flexor stretch, glute strength. Yeah. Good, good. So now we're going to, yeah. If I laugh with love. Yes, Debs. But not if it's sore on your back. Yeah. So now we're going to do the back line of the body. So if you want to just do ordinary squat, anybody's got a sore sacroiliac joints, by all means do squats instead for this last bit. I've got one foot on the yoga block. My other foot is just behind, and I'm back to that hinging from the hip. Do you remember just now we had our ball of our feet raised and it pushed our bottom back? It's the pushing the bottom back that I want. If it makes your back sore, just do ordinary squats. So I'm pushing the bottom back, but this is a great, I love this one. I think it makes my glutes work, so I think it must So hinging from the hip, hardly bend those knees at all. A joy for knees, a joy for glutes. Perfect your back, do ordinary squats. So this is your split squat. And this is where you're pushing your heel into your yoga block or your book. And when you take your foot off, you should see an imprint of your heel because you're pressing it so much into it to activate the glutes. Stay down, ready. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it there. We're just going to touch down. So as far as you can, that's 10. Guys, you're getting a bonus just because I forgot to do this bit. And I don't want to, if anybody ever does it on the video, it's done then. That's 5, 4, push the knee back, 3, into the bottom, 2. That should be a bottom burn. Yes, Claire. I think Claire, there's a bit of an amateur dramatics in Claire. If anybody's amateur dramatics, sign up Claire. It's just change to the side. Pushing that bottom back that way. Keeping your hinging from the hip. So it's a fantastic one for glutes. It's 10, 9. That other leg is quite close to the front leg actually. It's really close in. This is just there for balance really. That knee should hardly bend at all though. Hardly bend the knee at all. That you should be able to put a hand in front of your knee. It hardly moves forward at all. In fact, it doesn't really. All in the bottom, all in the back line of the body. Hold it down. 10, 9, 8. Push your heel down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And then we're almost touching down. You don't have to. You're going down as far as that supporting leg will allow, but all the pressure still through the heels, still through the glutes. I've had quite a few clients come back to personal training. They've actually been absolutely kept their strength really well, which has been brilliant. So you guys been carrying on with Pilates during lockdown, fantastic. So you would have kept your strength really well. I feel very smug right now. Yeah. Glute stretch again. You can sit down and do this one, Debs, if you want to. You can lie down on that sofa if you want to, Deb. Change the side. Well done. And your quad stretch here. Tuck a tailbone under, knees together, and you get that lovely stretch through there. Change on the side. Tucking that tailbone under. Again, make sure it doesn't go into the back. Shake out the legs. Good. Let's go to arms then. Taking your resistance band, your TheraBand. You got your slippers on then, Deb? You can keep them on. There's no reason why you can't. You can bring the slippers to the village hall if you want to give you that home feeling. Standing tall, lengthen through the spine. Brace the abdominals, pelvic floor, and back up. Forceful breath, breathe out and breathing in. Good. Forceful breath, lift eyebrows as well at the same time. That's it. Breathe out 8. That's 9. Keep that going for me. Another 10. So I should see as you're doing your bicep curl, your abdominals just disappear underneath the t-shirt. So I see wrinkles in your t-shirt, yes? Priscilla and I belong to a choir, and so does Liz, and Caroline's very good at showing that stomach coming in. Pelvic floor lifting. Yeah, you need bands really, Helen, don't you? Or you need like a strap or something. That's probably not enough, Helen, is it? Too easy peasy, isn't it? I know. Right, and then we can pulse it. Ready? 10, 9, breathe 8, still abdominals as well at the same time. Do 2 lots of 10, please. You can clench the pelvic floor at the same time. Brace the abdominals at the same time. Yes. So at least you can get that, Helen, out of it. The only thing you could have done is put some tins in carrier bags. When you've finished, give me thumbs up. Breathing in, thumbs down. What do we think of it so far? Rubbish. See, makes me laugh. Last one. Again, that could be an opportunity for here, but maintain neutral here and back. Shake out the arms. 2 choices for triceps. You can use, we've done this quite a lot lately. So I do love it because it is good. The shoulders, the temptation to bring the shoulders forward. Keep the shoulders back as we push back. Those of you that want to work triceps harder, let's do our good old tricep dips. So we can push out of the shoulders, keeping the body close. So doing 20 tricep dips or 20 with the bands, you decide. Come on, Alan, go on, Alan. You know you want to. So if you're doing it with the band, Alan, have it around the front of your body and you're pushing back. Have the band around the front of your body and you're pushing back. If you're going to decline my invitation for a tricep dip, make sure you're still in neutral spine. Brace. So for me, my neutral spine is tucking under, and then you can do 10 pulses at the end, whether you've got the bands or whether you're doing the tricep dips. I like tricep dips the best, I think. They just work triceps so hard. When you've finished, we can do our stretch. But again, make sure you're not arching. Lovely. Other side. Circle the shoulders. Let's hit the floor, shall we? So you can, so Hazel, you can be doing your opposite arm, opposite leg there. Actually, but we are going to be using the yoga block actually. So for Deb, you may prefer opposite arm, opposite leg. Hazel, in a minute, I'm going to be on my knees, but you can do it with 1 foot on the block and do that one. Yeah? I'll tell you when. So first of all, the opposite arm, opposite leg. People watching this with me, who's Hazel? Who's Alan? Priscilla and Debs. Julie, who else haven't I mentioned? Liz. Claire. Claire's our visitor from Chelwood. Does anybody feel missed out? I haven't mentioned their name now. Helen. Some people are quite happy not having their names mentioned, aren't they? How can that be? Says an exhibitionist. When you've done the same both, you could carry on doing that one. So, Debs, I suspect the next one might make your back sore. You may not like it. You can try it. So I've got one knee on my yoga block. And one knee's on the floor. And I'm lifting it to the level of the yoga block. Actually, of course, you can lift it higher. But it's all coming from the abdominals. This is an abdominal exercise. Try it if it's sore. It's a rotational really for the spine. Very, very subtle stump muscle one, this one. Well done. When you've done, however, 5 to 10, let's do it on the other side. Match what you've just done. Brace abdominals so you can feel it more. It's very, very subtle, this one. I quite like some of these subtle ones. But you're using the stump muscles to lift that hip bone. There. But when you finish both sides, we can lie on the floor, lie on the mat, rest your forehead on your hands, have a snooze, and completely relax there. Some of you might need a towel or cushion underneath your hips just to tuck you under. And just completely relax there. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. Promote relaxation. Oh, the sun again. So we'll turn around this way. Tuck your tailbone under. Engage the abdominals, lower abdominals. Inhale. Exhale. Neck's long at the back. Inhale. Feel the ribcage expand. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. We can breathe in first and come up to full swan dive and take it back down. Lovely. So you're seeing how your back feels with that. We can then go into dart. Have your hands by your side. Your palms are down, your thumbs are outwards, lifting the shoulders, but draw down on the shoulder blades rather than squeeze together. So engage the lats there. Lifting the arms. This is where this is where your baked beans will come in. Your peaches and your jam will come in handy now, Helen. We can stay high. We can use our yoga block behind our backs. Those that want to, don't have to. And we can just pulse with the arms. Ready? 10, 9, 8. Debs, you're doing what suits you and your back. 10 all together. And when you've finished, we can come onto our cat stretch from there. Yeah. Hazel, you can lie on your back and have your knees. Yep, she's on it. She's on it. Well, you know to do it, Hazel, don't you? If I forget. Take your tailbone under. We can look up. Here. Feel the stretch at the lower back, the stretch between the shoulder blades. Let the back dip. And then look up. So now we can do a series of planks. This is where people with your wobble discs will score. If you've got a wobble disc, grab your wobble disc. I'm just going to grab my phone so I've got the timer on. I've been doing it properly, timing it this week. So if you place your wobble disc underneath your mat, it can be done without. You can use your yoga blocks. If you've got a wobble disc, place it underneath. Otherwise, you have I've got my yoga block here. Are we ready? If you've got issues with your back, so Deb, you can do your hands and knees, just lifting the knees there. If you've got problems with your wrists, by all means, come onto your elbows and just lift. And Deb, just rest as often as you need to. But that really is your most strengthening one that you can do. It's really good for you, really. Otherwise, let's do plank. I'll keep an eye on you guys. Starting from now, 30 seconds. Off you go. Stomach tight, tight, tight. But you're doing what suits you best. Don't let the head dip. If you're feeling going into your back, lift your hips or tuck under a little bit more. Breathe. 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it there. So now if you've got the wobble disc, you can place it underneath your feet or yoga or hedgehog. Consider hedgehog. Debs, you can do another set of those. Deb, you can always go back to doing opposite arm, opposite leg if you wish, or cat stretch. You do what suits your back. Are we ready, guys, for your plank? Are we steady? Shall we go? Yes, let's go. Holding your plank there, drawing the shoulder down. Those of you that are stronger, single leg lift, make it a bit more exciting. You decide. Hold it, draw the shoulder blades down, stomach tight, tight, tight. 10 seconds left. Brace, brace. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it there. And now we can do it without anything at all and see how gorgeous that feels. It applies more to wobble disc, really. Are we ready? Are we steady? Shall we go? Ready? Go now. Go now. Off we go. Deb, are you tempted to try a little 5 seconds plank on your hands and knees? You tempted to just do a little one of those? If it hurts, say no. Yeah, I can't hear you. You're still muted.
Oh,
there we are. Yeah.
Yeah, I have done some. I did the first 30 seconds like that. The other one I did 10 and then 10.
Cool. Brilliant. Yeah, fantastic. That's so nice if you're doing that one. So we can then go into shell stretch to release from there. What we can then do is go into our thread the needle. You can do that with your hand on the chair, Hazel, but we are otherwise, those of you that are stronger want more of a challenge, we'll do our plank with rotation. And you can do that with your peaches and your jam jar, Helen. I know. Hang on. I thought you were going to put a sign up for me then, Hazel. You see what Helen, she's got a whiteboard and everything with different options on it. I know. So choose your leather. Thread the needle is lovely. Should be lovely for backs, but if it's not, don't do it. Well done, guys. When you finish your 5-a-side, with whatever you fancy, as long as you've done the same both sides, I don't mind. Let's lie on our backs. The time shoots by with this one. I think we use legs and arms. So lying down on your back. So you can place your hands behind your head, your elbows are forward, engage your abdominals and pelvic floor, hip bone now in the horizontal plane. Brace, brace, breathing out to lift, breathing in to return. Forceful breath. Stomach tight, tight, tight. There. Hold something before you lift. Brace, brace. Let's do another 10. Check your navel. Are you holding it in? So that should be absolutely fine for your back, Debs, because your back's fully supported. We're working the stomach muscles there. Check that you're holding your navel in, because that will help support your back as well. That's 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay high. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Rest at any time, otherwise stay high. Side bend. So if your back's okay with this side bend, reaching down towards your heel with your hand. 9, 8. Keep the shoulder blades off the floor. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Add on pulses or rest. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, other side. Hand behind your head, next along at the back, engage abdominals, pelvic floor. We're going to curl up, side bend for 10, 9, working the waistband muscles as well as your six pack, lower abdominals, my goodness, 3 for the count for the price of 1. So pulse it, your feet on the floor though, Alan, you're working too hard. 9, 8, upper body, 7, side bend, 6, bend the knees, 5, 4, that's it, 3, I just spotted you there. Woo. Alan working twice as hard as everybody else. And rest it there. Big stretch. That's your upper abdominals and your waistband muscles there. So it's not all about the six pack. We can then bring the knees back in again. So for people that want to work at this is a lovely hip mobility, so back mobility, just pelvic tilt. I shouldn't say just, for some people this could be painful. So this is like doing cat stretch. Pelvic tilt, lower back touches the mat and back. We can then bring right leg to tabletop, stomach tight, left leg to tabletop. So Deb, if you want to do that right, left, right, you can carry on doing that one, or pelvic tilt. Otherwise, we're going to stay at that 90 degrees, that tabletop, hips towards the ribs, ready, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and again, 10, 9, 8, so that's it, Deb, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We can do both together at the same time, or just do one or the other. Or Deb's, carry on as you are. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big stretch. Hands as far away from your feet as you can. Enjoy that. Bring the feet back in again. Let's do our shoulder bridge, tucking the tailbone under, clench the buttock. So it's up to you how high you go, but people saw back to tuck under. You're going as high as you can manage. Ideally, your hips are up towards the ceiling and roll back down through the spine, especially the lower back to start position. Lift the hips. We can then reach diagonally overhead and back down. Those that want to, there. Those of you that are stronger again, can come up and do your full reach over here. So that's 3 different choices depending on how strong you are, how much you want to challenge yourself. Yeah. So reach diagonally above you. Great one for glutes and hamstrings. So Deb, we can go back to that one here, rolling down through. Lifting through the hips and back. Good. Reaching over, those that are reaching over. Just do one more each side. And rest it there. Place the right ankle across your left knee. Let that knee lower down. Gently push your knee. If that's uncomfortable, bring the other foot further down. So it's more of a shallow angle. Gently push the knee into your hand. Push that away. Then bring the other leg towards you for your stretch. Change to the side. Have the ankle across your knee. Let that knee open out. Gently push the knee into your hand. Let that knee push away. Gently push the knee into your hand. Bring that leg towards you for your stretch. Keep that ankle across your knee. Have the foot go down to the floor. So Debs, keep your knees glued together if you want to do this one. So we can go from side to side. There. Really nice. I like this one. The knee touches down, and then the foot can touch down. The shoulder blades contact with the mat. Good. We can then change to the side. Ankle across your knee. Let that knee open out. Go from side to side there. Good. Let's come over onto our side. Come onto your hands and knees. We can come into our downward dog. Draw the shoulder blades down your back. Push the heel into the floor one at a time. Walk the feet in towards the hands. If you want to, you can walk your hands up your legs or roll up. Take your time coming up. We've been down for a long time. Big stretch up towards the ceiling. Circle the shoulders a few times. Hands behind your back. Tilt the head from side to side. Let the chin roll round the chest. Anybody remember Pan's people? Turn your head and look from side to side. Shake out the hands, shake out the feet, stand tall, walk tall, look the world right in the eye. Who knows who sang that? Any questions, let me know. Any feedback, always let me know how you've got on with the class. Otherwise, see you. Any requests, let me know. Otherwise, see you next week. I'm just going to stop the recording if anybody says anything.